Hey guys, welcome back to this channel. So I just bought this iPhone 10 and I just want to make a walkthrough with you guys to see what components to look for whenever you buy a new iPhone, especially when that iPhone is like from a marketplace. If you have a refurbished iPhone, the very first tip I want to give you is just to see if you get a warranty, if you can just bring that iPhone back. If not, if you just buying that iPhone from a marketplace like Facebook Marketplace, you should look at it thoroughly before you give that person your money. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. So the very first thing I want to look at before even considering buying that iPhone is obviously the camera. I mean, cameras are the most important and the most used components of an iPhone. So make sure to have a good working camera. Make sure that camera is not replaced with a fake one. So just open that camera app and look through it. If you see any glitches, if any damages, any glares on that camera lens, well, then you know you have to deal with a fake camera lens and just don't consider even buying that iPhone. If I look to this camera though, it looks very nice. I try every option in here, like the video mode, photo, portrait. We get a nice looking camera. We get all the features in the portrait mode and they seem to work nicely. So I go further, square, pano, they all work. Don't forget to test out this flits option in here. Make sure your flits is working as well. And that's also the case with this iPhone. So yeah, as for the camera, that one works very well. So let's go to the next component, which is obviously the microphone. I mean, you're calling someone and the worst thing that can happen is that that person cannot hear you. And that's something annoying, especially when you find out that your microphone is broken after the fact, after you've bought that iPhone. So what to do? Like calling someone on that moment, that's not very practical. So what I like to do is go to this voice memos. You can also look for it. Open voice memos, go to all recordings and record yourself talking. Like now I'm recording myself and we see those waves, so apparently our microphone's working. Let's test that out. Like now I'm recording myself and we see those waves, so apparently our microphone's working. Let's test that out. So it seems that the microphone's working. Whenever we want to call someone, we know that our microphone's working. That person will hear us nice and clear. So that's the second thing that you need to look at. The third thing that you should definitely look at is the display. Oftentimes, and especially with the iPhone 10 and the iPhone XS, those displays were a bit fragile. People like replace those displays a lot, and possibly the previous owner will not tell you that he replaced that display with a fake one. How to know if you have to deal with a Retina display? Well, the very first thing you want to do, so I already test that out, but what you need to do is Google this phrase hex color picker, and Google will give you a built-in feature that you can pick any color that you need. And what we want to do is like pick a black color, the very black color you can pick that has a hex of #000 and an RGB of also 000. After picking that color, make sure to zoom in. And what's annoying though is that you can accidentally like moving that, but after you've zoomed in, make sure to take a screenshot, go to your screenshot, just pick that black area, done, save it to your photos. Go back to your photos and open that black picture. And what I want you to do right now is just zoom in. And if your iPhone looks like it's off, the display is just off, then you know you have to deal with a Retina display. So if I swipe down, our display wasn't off, it was just a black image. And what you need to do also, turn that brightness all the way up. And like you see, it looks like our iPhone is off. Now we know we have to deal with a real Retina display. So that's a good sign as well. Another sign I want to talk about, and that's something that I didn't find on the internet whatsoever. And it happened to me in the past. I've made a video about it. And that is whenever you have a fake display and you open, for example, settings, you see that all these apps still branded in the picture. So I can't display that right now because this one is an original one. But with a fake display, if you open settings, you see all those icons, and at first you may neglect them because those app icons will not be that visible. You need to look very good to see that. So what to do, once again, turn that display brightness all the way up and open your settings. And if you see these applications still branded in that display, then you know you have to deal with a fake display. Just leave the iPhone. You don't need that iPhone because there are tons of options on the internet, and you better can have an iPhone that's used. Okay, but that iPhone shouldn't have fake components. The final thing that I want to talk about whenever you buy a used iPhone is just to look at it as a whole. Does it have any scratches, any damages? Obviously, if you have a used iPhone, you may find some dents. I mean, yeah, those dents, you can just negotiate with the owner like, hey, I see a dent here or a big scratch. Can we do something about the price? And most of the time that owner will just, give you like $40 off or $50 off if you are lucky. But just look at it thoroughly. You may find something that wasn't visible on the pictures at first. And if the iPhone is nice and clear, and I should say in particular, this iPhone 10 collects a lot of scratches on the side, but that's maybe for another video. This iPhone looks very clean and nice. It does have some scratches on the sides, but that's not that big of a deal if you would ask me. Now, obviously, also, I almost forgot, check if that charger port works. So just pick a lightning cable, make sure it charged well. So this one charged well. Make also sure if you have a dock like this one, obviously it doesn't have MagSafe, but check if you can charge it. And as you see here, that wireless charging works as well. And that's actually it. I hope you've liked this video, guys. Thanks so much for watching till the end. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to like this video. That helps me a lot. Turn on that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.